to be honest, the colours don't look right to me.
Whoa. Well, you can't say that about my favourite outfit. What's up, guys, and welcome to a pretty big episode of the Red Rose Cast, because we have a hell of a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Because it was RTX last weekend.
Was it?
Well,
yes.
At time of recording, it's probably going on right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Harry. How are you doing? We have Jordan.
Hello.
And Steve to my
Hello.
far left. So, guys, RWBY. It's great, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, Jordan. Yes, it is. If it wasn't, why are you wearing a RWBY shirt?
I am.
Yeah, I'm RWBY underwear, but you're not going to show us them.
Whoa!
So, they recently brought out a novel, because we're scholarly.
Yeah.
There it is. It's called After the Fall, and as you can tell by the cover, which I'll probably zoom in on now, it centres around...
put the image on the screen.
Or put the image on the screen, which would make life easier.
Yeah.
It centres around Team Coffee, and Steve's been reading it.
Yeah, so I haven't read far. I've only read to, I think, page 12, is it? Yeah, page 12.
Pretty much the prologue.
Yeah, well, practically the prologue. So, just so you understand what the book is. After Beacon Academy fell, Coco, Fox and Velvet and Yatsuhashi now vow no one else will get left behind. It's been a year since Team Coffee saw the skull destroyed and the creatures of Grimm. Their friends fell in battle, scattered across remnants. Since then, they've been settling into life at Shade Academy in Vacuo, fighting hard to finish their training so they find their friends and save the world. So that's the basics of what the book's about. Does seem like maybe not everyone knows about Ruby Silver Eyes, even though it was quite a big thing. It seems like a lot of people don't really know what happened.
Yeah,
it was just a case of Ruby fainted and then they saw Crow bring her back, but not really knowing what happens from their perspective, which is quite interesting.
It is. It fills in that gap, though, which is, I think,
it does fill in the gap a little bit. Yeah,
it shows a wider world as well.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're finding out bits about Shade and how they're getting on. I'm sure we'll get even more into that the more I get into the book.
So another big thing that's also came out quite recently is the Volume 6 soundtrack.
Oh,
yes.
That actually came out, I think it was the end of last week. So, you been listening to it?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, listen to a few of them.
We listened to a few of them. Like, I haven't actually bought the full soundtrack, but they bring out... They're on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not legally downloading and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. No, totally legally downloading.
Totally 100% legally downloading.
100% legal, yeah, exactly. I'm enjoying it, but I want to know what your guys' favourites are. So, Steve?
Well, I haven't really got a favourite, but I think the extended intro song, I do think that is really good.
Yeah.
Rising is what it's called.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Rising.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
It is brilliant. I think it's probably my favourite intro song. Jordan?
I'd probably say my favourite, if going up that Steve's is the beginning, mine's the end. I'd say Nevermore, the credits song.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good. It really tied it all together, I thought.
Mine's actually one thing, mostly because it's a song about Neo. And it's how she's feeling when she meets Cinder.
Yeah.
And I think because we never truly know what's going on with Neo, I really like that because it literally gives her a voice through a song, and I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's also a dope as hell song. It's so freaking good. But they're all really fun. And it's a great soundtrack. Pick it up if you can, guys. The big news before we get into RTX is Crow's new voice actor has finally been cast. Now, it's obviously very sad about what happened with it, but that's a completely different topic. We won't be going into that. So, Crow's new voice actor is... I don't know how to pronounce his second name.
Yeah, I think it's Lee... Pronounced Lee something more than...
Right, it'll be on the screen.
Yeah.
You'll see text.
Well, I can't read it, so I can't try and pronounce
whoever
it.
from Attack on Titan.
Zeke in Attack on Titan, Carly in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. He did Bane, Eclipso, and Hawkman in DC Universe Online.
Yeah.
He did Mordecai in the Borderlands trilogy. So, he's done a lot of voices. He has a very long career. And you said something about there's a clip where he already sounds like Crow.
Yeah, there was... I can't remember... somebody else's video mentioning it. there was a character from it. Their character voice sounded not perfect, but very similar already to what we hear Crow's voice being.
Right. Okay.
So
that's
that's gonna But as well, he can't make people have said he can't really make it his own like the other cast have.
Yeah.
They'll be able to make it their
Yeah.
own. He's following in the footsteps. Because even I can't remember his name. The one who's Lie now.
Neathome.
Yeah.
Monty's brother.
He sort of had arranged because of the fact that Monty hadn't actually voiced that many lines for Ren up to his point of death.
Well, Crow's been in many 3 volumes now.
Yeah.
And plays quite
3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, 4 volumes now.
Yeah.
He's had a big role. He's done a lot of talking. Crow has a voice.
Yeah.
So for this guy to follow, big shoes to fill. But I think if he affected, I've got a bit of hope. I don't think he'll do bad. What about you, John?
I have hope, but you know that whatever happens, it will be criticised.
Oh, of course.
When anyone follows in the footsteps of someone, it's not. I just hope he doesn't go for one.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
How do you mean?
it sounds a bit silly, but if he goes to fully copy Vic, he'll get it slightly wrong, I think. Whereas if he tries and does Vic but has his own little spin on it, just a little bit. Not
I
like,
get what you mean, yeah. I think if he was going to put a bit of a spin on it, though, he don't want to do that immediately.
not immediately, no.
Yeah.
Although, I think it'd be cool if you couldn't tell a difference. If you,
That would also be
a
good.
perspective of somebody that didn't know, wouldn't even know the voice actor had changed.
Like Mercury's. He still talks quite a bit
Yeah.
about it too. Like, he's still there, and he's still relevant, but he completely changed his voice actor, and I for one definitely didn't notice.
Oh, no, I didn't
know.
know.
Really change voice actors.
Well, there you go. Alright, so now is the big one. This is where we're going to be talking a hell of a lot more. RTX. The RWBY panel finished yesterday. We got a whole load of new info,
Yes.
which is going to be super freaking cool. Obviously, the big one is RWBY Volume 7. We're going to leave that until the end. So, at the very start, we spoke about After the Fall.
Yeah.
They've confirmed they're actually doing another novel called RWBY Before the Dawn. That's kind of all we know about it by now.
Yeah.
But
Before the Dawn, in my opinion, I think that's probably, if anything, going to be Team Stark stuff.
I
hoping.
don't think they would.
Really?
Really?
Why so?
They'd only do that if in Volume 7 there is Team Stark flashbacks and that in it. I feel like Team Stark itself is too big. Are the books canon? I assume the books.
I think
The
they
books
are, yeah.
canon. Yeah, because, there's events in that, you just said that you saw a bit from, effectively, Volume 3,
Yeah.
like, you don't see in the actual show. So
Yeah.
that ties in very nicely with the main thing, so surely...
Yeah.
Surely.
So, like, the Team Coffee we've seen, they've established somewhat, okay, they need a bit more motive
Yeah.
and that behind them. But for such a big part of Team Stark, you've already got Raven, Crow, Tai Yang. But Tai Yang and Summer are a bit of the weaker ones. And I feel...
Well, someone's kind of dead, so...
Oh, yeah. But I feel like there wouldn't... If it is about Team Stark, that would mean that there would be flashbacks in Volume 7.
I think the reverse. I think they wouldn't do flashbacks because
Yeah.
they're a bit like, oh, if you want Stark, buy the book.
Yeah, exactly. Because the fans have been asking for Team Stark stuff for ages. And if they're not going to dedicate it, like, because he doesn't fit within the show necessarily to do flashbacks, they'll just say that may be the perfect thing. Well,
Yeah.
you wanted Stark, here's Stark. But
Yeah,
we're just going to give it as a book form.
Yeah, it does slightly put it behind a bit of a paywall, though. You, of course, have to pay for the book,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, they are giving us what we want, just in a different medium.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty cool.
And not only that, if it can, kind of, for that, as you say, behind the paywall, it has to kind of be self-contained.
There's another book as well, actually, except this one is less of a novel and more of like a lore book.
Yeah.
And it is literally called The World of RWBY. A little bit of a misstep, should have called it The World of Remnant.
Really should.
Really should.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, it's basically a companion book. It's kind of like, basically, I would say now is the perfect time to bring it out, because RWBY's been out for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you can use it, or this is what I'm presuming. you can use it to like effectively catch up on all the lore and everything like that
Yeah.
if you're just getting into the series now.
Yeah.
And comes out mid-October. So before Volume 7. It seems pretty cool, and I know it also goes into some interviews with some of the writers, so I think Kerry Miles, I think some of the animators are in it as well, maybe voice actresses as well. So like it seems like it's a little bit more not just RWBY, like they're actually going into a little bit of the Rooster Teeth stuff as well, which sounds really freaking cool. You buying it? What do you think?
I'll buy it.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be getting that.
It sounds great.
One thing I will say is I think they've done it quite well in timing wise, announcing it now. But the fact that if in a lore perspective, if we learn stuff in this, like in World of Remnant, that's out of the reach. They finished with World of Remnant, it seems. It doesn't seem like they're bringing that back.
Yeah.
But they got a fair chunk of lore in that. But a lot of the stuff that people were like, we really want a World of Remnant about this, they've explained in the flashback in Volume... Was it 6? What, the flashback?
The Salem and Ozpin one.
Yeah.
That was Volume 6,
especially the moon. That was the big one. Everyone was like,
oh,
have
so
the
many
moon.
people.
Explain the moon. World of Remnant about the moon. Don't need that now.
Yeah, explained in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
I mean, there's huge implications with that, but whatever.
No, that's the theory for another day.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I feel like the book coming out itself signals a new change in the story. Like more things
theory,
are going to be added, more things are going to be explained, new things might arise.
Yeah, like, you never know. What also seems to be happening, aside from Cinder, they're moving away from, like, the maidens.
Yeah.
And more into, like, the relics. I was going to say, like, the gods, but, you know, that ties into the relics and everything. So, they're moving away from the maidens a little bit. If you're pretty much just coming into it now, you may want to learn about these maidens without having to watch The World of Remnant.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go. You've got this book, which will presumably have a whole bit. But that would be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah. It could tell us more about the relics.
It could.
That would be interesting
That
if
would
they
be
did that.
Oh, that would be insane. Speaking of books, though, it's basically a book, but a little bit different. Last RTX 2018, they announced that they were crossing over RWBY and Genlock with DC Comics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot more details. Well, more details have been announced on that now. There'll be a picture somewhere on the screen, probably in front of Jordan, of some artwork from the comics. So there'll be some artwork from the comics displaying all of Team RWBY. It looks really freaking cool. So they're actually happening. The RWBY and Genlock comics are coming out very soon. The RWBY one is coming out on digital. So it's coming out.
Okay.
It's coming out initially as a digital only. I think what they're doing, they're bringing it out digital every week or every 2 weeks.
Oh right, yeah.
As like individual issues.
Then having like a big graphic novel.
Then having a novel basically every month for like what's gone on.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty sweet. I think that would be really cool. Personally, I would probably think about getting the digital ones, but who doesn't like a good book in front of them?
Exactly,
That's going to be pretty awesome. And the RWBY comic, anyway, is being released in late August. No precise date, but I'm presuming late means probably after, like, the 15th, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably around, maybe, like, in the 20th, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do wonder if that's going to be more like the anthology, though, where it's not canon, but it's just more like Chibi as well. Where it's not canon stuff, it's just stuff where it's the characters doing different things.
Maybe it's a retelling.
But as you can see from the artwork that I've put on screen, it's the volume 4 to 6 outfits, which kind of implies that either A, they're kind of skipping out Beacon,
Maybe.
or B, they're just using that as like the base model because they are effectively the most relevant outfits right now. Because it's what they're wearing right now. I don't really know. It'd be very interesting to see what they do.
All the stuff. Maybe it's because there must have been stuff in that 6-month gap.
Yeah.
Adventures and all that.
True.
That's maybe what that all is.
I don't know what they're going to do with the comics, but it would be really cool. What I'm going for is kind of in between both yours. Like, I think what they're going to do is they're going to have like full stories, full tales, full like volumes of RWBY, but I think it's going to be completely separate to the main series. Like, I don't think it's going to tie in at all to the main RWBY series. I think this is going to be completely different.
It's DC though, isn't it? You know they're getting an animated crossover with Batman.
Oh, Yang for Injustice 3!
I need a new sidekick, RWBY.
I don't think she wants Injustice.
Why not? Yeah, why don't you want Injustice 3? Alright, good feedback. Right. It was confirmed as well that they're bringing in, I'm not sure of the names, but they're bringing in 2 brand new writers into RWBY.
Alright, okay.
So as well as Miles and Kerry,
Yeah.
Miles and Kerry and 2 other people, which is quite an interesting concept. Because just the simple fact that they're bringing in writers, I'm not saying implies problems, but it implies that they want some new creation. They need some new They need some new heads basically in order to write it, which is a good thing as much as it is a bad thing. What I've seen is some people have said it means the writing process is going to be faster and may not necessarily drop in quality.
That's subjective because people have different ideas. Like,
of course they do.
Yeah.
Like, alright, those 2 new writers might think it might be good quality. Someone could say, I don't know, shit Bumblebee finally. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
They
I
might
get you.
think that and have more fan service side. So it might still have quality for some people, but not others who just...
Yeah, we don't want division.
No.
That's one thing that I think would be actually a bad thing more than a
Yeah.
good thing. I don't know. I think it could definitely be a very big positive. Like,
It could definitely.
because I'm pretty sure Miles and Kerry. I know Miles does a lot around Rooster Teeth. Like, it's backwards compatible. He's on the shorts quite a lot. So it'd be quite nice to take a little bit of that weight off of him, off of Kerry as well.
Yeah.
Just so they can maybe like clear their heads, get a bit more of a more stable mind and everything, get their life in a little bit more balance, and then they can actually focus a bit more on the actual scripting and everything else. The one positive I will say about the whole scripting process being faster is that means you can't do anything without having a script or a storyboard or whatever. So it means if you do the script faster, you can spend more time on everything else. Ergo, animation, voice acting, everything else. It could imply that the animation and everything else is going to get a bit of a bump in quality. Just simply because they've got these new writers, they can do it faster, so you can spend more time on getting everything done. And I've done a video on this, please check it out if you like, about Rooster Teeth crunch time recently. And it's really badly impacted everything implied with it. This could maybe be because of that.
Maybe this is one of their solutions to it.
It could be, and I think that's actually quite a good thing, especially if it means you don't have to rush people off their feet just to get something finished.
Yeah, well, I think they did say about, in the crunched message they put up about employing more people or something.
Oh, did they?
There was definitely an article when it first came out. I think it was about 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
I linked you it.
Yeah, it was that one by Matt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the same thing.
So, finally we come on to the goddamn big thing, and this is the jive that I really want to talk about, because this is going to be juicy. And that is RWBY Volume 7. So that, of course, got announced at RTX in the RWBY panel. And the very first thing we saw was that they've all got brand new outfits. All of Team RWBY have brand new designs. And
That new Atlas money, innit?
all the Atlas dollar bills.
Maybe it's Weiss's inheritance.
What? All them dollar bills have just been flowing. I mean, you could kind of tell with Weiss's outfit. A lot of money's gone into that crap. But yeah, there'll be pictures on screen right now, guys. There's the poster, which, upon actually reflecting upon the poster, is quite basic for a RWBY poster.
Yeah, it really is, because the background itself is just, it's got the moon and a few shades of buildings, but it's not massively detailed like we've had. I don't think that's the final poster. I think there's going to be another one.
Hopefully.
There's lack of villains on it, is what I know.
There's a big lack of villains, whereas we need villains in this volume more than anything, I think, especially with Adam going.
Well, it was very bright as well, wasn't it, compared to like previous posters.
Yeah,
Or
very
like
colourful.
Vibrant and I quite like that about it.
It is nice, but it's just a little, maybe it's just a tiny little bit basic. But it's still good. And but of course, as you said, Steve, the main point of it is to showcase each of the outfits. So we're going to take a look through basically all of them right now. Alright, so we've got picture up now.
Yeah.
So we may as well just go down the list. We'll start with RWBY. I mean, straight off the bat, I'll say with RWBY seems like it's had the least change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Definitely.
Apart from that, like...
Yeah, RWBY's... To be honest, there's just so many things in RWBY's that are similar or stayed through iterations of her costume.
Yeah.
Like, her belt section, yeah, it's a different belt itself, but the fact that it's got the bullets hanging out, she's got her emblem
It's a
on
bit
it.
more combat ready, isn't it?
Yeah, she's still got the cape, classic cape. She still has, in a different form, like, I don't know what you call that, like the threading with the
kind of
lacing at
the
front.
corset-y sort of thing, yeah.
So, you got elements of all her costumes from the previous one, but yeah, it
You
is
do.
a different form.
Yeah, like, you look at it and you clearly know that it has changed. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
just not as much as the others. One thing I do want to point out, which I think a couple of people may have missed, is she's not actually wearing boots anymore.
Oh no, she's wearing shoes.
She's wearing
Oh,
shoes.
yeah.
They're not, like... It's not like a huge change, but it's just RWBY has worn boots in both her outfits.
Yeah.
Now all of a
Yeah,
sudden
that's more
she's
like
kinda not.
Ravens, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah, like Raven and Adam, basically like Black
Yeah.
Shoe, Red Soul. Yeah, other than that, there's not tons more. Oh, and her cape's also, either she's got a new one or it's been repaired. Like, it's not as tattered anymore on the end.
Well, she'd be now like Yang's or the other team's age now, wouldn't she? If she's 18.
Well, yeah, I guess she's... Yeah,
you know
she's
that
18.
the others have birthdays as well, right?
Yeah.
No,
They
close to
don't
the age.
stop aging.
I'm sorry, close to the age when they started in Volume 1.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
in theory, she would be 18 this volume, but I'm not 100% sure on times. Alright, then we'll jump over to Weiss now, and straight off the bat, I think Weiss is the opposite to RWBY. I think she's had the most change.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, her hair in that style, I don't like that, to be
no, I
honest.
don't.
Do you
I
not?
do not like... Plaited look on Weiss doesn't look right.
It looks different, but I will say it looks more regal.
Yeah, it looks more...
It looks more
Yeah,
princessy.
I can see that. Yeah.
Like, it looks very, mind the
Like,
pun,
even
it
if it
looks
looks
very
past-
queeny.
Yeah, it's the 1% of Atlas in it.
Pretty much, yeah, like... And the skirt as well is... It
Yeah.
gets longer at the back, so it's almost more like a... In a way, it's almost more like a coat than an actual skirt. And
like
you can
a
see,
gown,
like,
isn't
the
it?
flat... Yeah, more like a bit
gown.
of a gown,
Yeah.
yeah. Somewhat like what she had in Volume 4 when she was at the ball, except it's a lot more frilly, and... I don't know, I like it. I think it looks really good
I
overall.
think it's really good.
Is that just a lot of belts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has 3 belts.
Oh, what?
Oh, this is the volume of belts, and I don't know why. Like, RWBY's got a new belt. Weiss has got 3, and we'll get to the others later. But like, okay, it's got a
Yeah.
pouch on it, which is great.
Yeah,
for
which is
cosplays.
tiny.
It's tiny, but might fit a couple quid in it, which is good for cosplays.
Nick it.
Her boots, though, I don't know, I think maybe they're slightly longer.
Yeah, they look more heeled than usual. Alright, that's Weiss. I do like it though. I think, considering her from volume 1 to 3 to 4 to 6, her outfit, okay, yeah, changed, but it was still basically the same. Like, it was still pretty much the exact same type of outfit.
Yeah.
This one's the change that Weiss should have had, pretty
Yeah,
much.
I
Like, so
agree.
now she looks really good. Alright, now we go on to everyone's favourite cat, and that is Blake.
First thing in my mind, boots.
Oh, well, we noticed this earlier, didn't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to notice about Blake that are,
Yeah.
that are
The
new.
more you look at it, the more it appears.
Yeah, I know what you
Mm.
mean. I'll just tell you the very first thing I noticed was actually nothing to do with the outfit. It was the fact that she now has short hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, it struck me as odd when I very first saw it. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Why has she got short hair now? But I kind of feel like, in a way, the more you look at it, it sort of grows on you a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think it looks fine. Like, it looks
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Yeah, I think it works. Like, I think if you'd done it to any of the other characters, it wouldn't have worked.
Oh, if you'd have given Yang short hair, everyone would have rage quit.
Yeah, they would.
Even her. Like, it would have been fantastic. But yeah, it kind of.
Oh, that's a
alright
collar,
on
innit?
It
Not
may-
a scarf. No.
Yeah, it's like, you know what Yang had in her old outfit, like the choker sort of thing. It's basically like
Oh,
that,
right.
but it's not closed. It's just more like a collar
Yeah.
rather than a choker because she hasn't fastened it. There's obviously the jacket, the big white jacket, which is very much it's not the same as the
Yeah.
old one.
Looks
I
like
think
a
that
lab coat.
looks more the Atlas military
It
style
does look quite
than
Atlas-y,
it
doesn't
does.
But that's the thing that I think they've all got in common. They all look a lot more army, like they're ready to do battle.
She's wearing knee pads. She has knee pads now.
Yeah.
She's going to make kneeling down a lot comfier. That's all we can really say on that. Yeah, the jacket looks great. It's just she has the weirdest design belt. Like,
Yeah, like, that is the most useless belt ever. Like, I don't even think, if you was making this as a costume, you'd have to stitch your belt to do that. Your belt wouldn't even stay in that position.
yeah, realistically it wouldn't work, but it looks all right because we know that it's obviously going to work, but in a real life setting it would be kind of awkward. So like for cosplayers, John, might be a bit awkward. The other thing is, and it's what you touched on earlier, Steve, was of course the boots.
Yeah.
If you can even call them boots, it's basically your entire leg.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Because that's what it is now. And I don't know
Well,
if you noticed that,
unless...
guys.
I don't know, because we haven't got a clear enough image. Unless it does stop at the pad.
Doesn't seem like it. Like
I feel like that's what cosplayers will do. They'll stop
Probably,
it
yeah.
at the pad.
more than likely. But
Yeah.
from what we can tell, Blake's boots basically go from her feet all the way to the top of her thigh, which pretty much makes them more like giant leggings in a way. Giant leather leggings rather than actual boots. But it's just quite interesting as to her design. It looks nice. I like it, but I don't know. Not my favourite, I guess.
No.
I disagree. I really like it.
Do you?
Mm.
What do you like about it?
No, I really like
Let's
the
go back to the other picture.
the streamlinedness of it. Like I like how the colour scheme works quite well.
Last but by absolutely no means least, and that is Yang's new outfit. First
Yeah.
thing I'm going to immediately say is I would say Yang's is alright. However, it's not that much different.
Yeah.
Like, if we wanted to go in
No,
terms
it's
of
not, is
difference, I would have gone from least to most, RWBY, Yang, Blake, Weiss.
Yeah.
Because pretty much what I'm going to say about Yang's, ignoring like the sort of like dark brown leather jacket that she wears,
Yeah.
basically what's happened is the jacket and the side bits have pretty much merged into one thing.
Yeah.
So it's basically one full suit, and
Yeah.
the side sections are now basically tights
Yeah.
instead of being
Yeah.
like flowing basically like a skirt. So she doesn't wear that anymore. It's basically just the full leg, and you can tell that as well because there are literally zips. So
Yeah.
they are genuinely supposed to attach. So it's basically a full bodysuit. They've kind of, I would argue, slightly out of nowhere, given her the dark brown jacket, which, if I'm being completely brutal, does look a little bit odd.
Yeah. I don't think the colour works.
I think the dark brown's a little bit tiny, just a tiny bit off. It's not bad,
Yeah.
but I don't dislike the outfit. It does look quite nice. I think it does look very yangy, and again gives off a lot more of a mature
Yeah.
atmosphere to it. But I'm not the world's biggest fan of the jacket.
I think the problem with the jacket, if you look at like all the others, they've got quite brightish like additions, like Blake's pure white coat.
Yeah.
Ruby's red's a bit more showing. Weiss has got more blue on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Where Yang's, they've put a dark brown on, which is more of a. I'd have said that's more of a. If you would have said that were more wintery, like an atlasy vibe, I'd have said no, it's not. It looks more summery, I think.
I think it would have looked better if it was longer.
Yeah.
Going down the back. I think that was just a bit more flowy. Would have looked better.
I agree with you on that, actually.
I agree, but the only thing with that is that goes into the reign of copying people. Like if they all have longish coats. They've tried to be different with Yang's, I think.
They
Yeah.
have tried to be different with Yang, and I can definitely appreciate that. It is good. It is very good. But I won't be jumping on the cosplay train immediately. 2 things that people may not have immediately known, well, 3. The boots are different. Like, they straight up do,
Yeah.
they are very
right.
different. Like, Yang only wore, in the past, yeah, she wore, like, kinda thickish sort of boots. These look straight up like, I don't know how else to phrase it apart from kind of more militaristic.
Yeah, they're like longer versions of. Well, even I've got boots that are like the short versions.
Oh yeah, they almost look very like kind of almost worky, like hard wearing. You can tell from like the left leg, the soles are very thick.
Yeah.
So it looks a lot more hard wearing. I like the boots. The boots look cool. I like them a lot. The sash has swapped legs because the sash is always on the left leg. It's now on the right leg, which is going to confuse the hell out of me. Like getting the thing on and then just get into the con and be like, God damn it, it's on the wrong
So
leg.
you've lost because didn't she have an orange sash at one point as well?
No,
Oh.
that was just socks.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Taya. I'm thinking of Taya.
God damn it. The orange thing that she did have on the Volume 1 to 3 outfit was the thing around the neck.
Yeah, what thing people think is a pajama top.
Yeah, I really want to do that at some point. It'd be hilarious. She is wearing one again. And she's wearing it more as like a necker sort of thing. If you look at like just behind the head, you can see a knot.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. So she's clearly wearing something around her neck, which is pretty sweet. And also, this is less of the outfit, but she's wearing both Emberselicas.
Yeah.
Well, didn't in the fight with Adam, when she caught the sword with her robot hand, and a semblance that weren't the robot arm damaged? A little.
It wasn't damaged at that point. It was damaged when Adam like used his semblance to fire like this giant beam of energy at Yang. She blocks it with the robot arm and it gets like cut.
Yeah.
So she could effectively be like, oh well crap, I need to use the Emberselica again.
Atlas money.
Atlas money.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I like it. It's awesome to see her obviously using both Emberselicas again.
Yeah.
It means I can finally use both of them in my cosplays again, which is fantastic. However, I don't want it to completely nullify the fact that she's got a robot arm.
Oh, yeah.
I know that sounds a little silly. I don't want it to just basically be a case of, she's got a robot arm, but it's now more just aesthetic rather than it actually being useful.
Oh yeah, storyline that's happened. Maybe it'll turn like Reapers off Call of Duty.
Well, one thing I do feel like what might happen is because obviously someone else made the arm. However, when
It was Atlas Tech.
yeah, but obviously, but as far as we're aware, she made Emberselica. So this might be like you say, where it's mixing someone else's and her ingenuity together, while she puts an Emberselica type thing on it.
Yeah.
So, and then she might even be more adapt with it because she understands it more,
It's like
and it's more her than what just somebody's given her.
Yeah, which would actually be incredibly good, and we would see that very, very quickly, I think, in any form of combat.
Oh yeah, you would.
Oh, you'd see it immediately, which I think would just be super dope. Like, it'd just be so freaking good.
Because I guess when you're thinking about it, she did slightly have to change her own fighting style to adapt to this arm.
I don't know if it's going to mean a lot of major changes, but I think it is going to mean... I think it is going to have something down the line. Any other final comments before we move on to the end?
She always... Oh yeah, she always had an orange glove, hadn't she? Yeah.
No.
I
don't think it's orange. I think it's just the light from the fire.
Yeah, it's the light from the fire.
Why, what colour is it normally?
If you
then?
zoom in a bit more, there's black
Is it
at the
black?
edge and white.
Yeah, she's always had black
right.
gloves. Like, she's always had fingerless black gloves, which Ruby's actually wearing now. But I think it just looks orange more because of the fire effect rather than the fact that it's actually orange. I'd be kind of surprised if it was orange, actually.
Yeah. It's a shame the pose, because I'm sure there's more stuff like that area. I hate to say it like that, but that you'd be able to see the design more of.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, to be honest with you.
Maybe
But-
it's for a reason. Maybe there's something hanging down from that, like there, that they don't want you to see.
Maybe.
Everyone said that though about the last time when it was Volume 4's change of Yang. Everyone was like, she's hiding something in that pose, and she wasn't.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Now we've covered all of them, I have to ask the obvious question. and that is which is your favourites? Jordan?
I think my favourites is Blake.
Oh yeah? Why? Why do you like Blake's?
I like the more, it gives it more a militaristic, right? Like the scouty vibe. She already had the scouty vibe in that.
Yeah.
But it's given the more militaristic one. It's made her look a bit older.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just really like, as stupid as you all take the piss out of the bat, I quite like how the belt hangs.
Alright, yeah.
Like I say, it wouldn't work in real life, but it still looks good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, yeah.
It still looks fine. Do you favourite?
See, I don't know if I'm just biased or not, but I really like rubies.
Oh, wow.
Like, I don't know why, I just really like the new, like, I think it's maybe because of the fact how covered up she actually is. Like,
Random?
yeah,
But okay.
I actually like that fact. I don't know, I just really like how it worked, the buckles and stuff. I like that look. I do like lots of belts and stuff like that. But the colour, I think it's because the colours work really well more than anything.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't like with Weiss. Yeah, I like the design, but to be honest, the colours don't look right to me.
Whoa. Well, you can't say that about my favourite outfit. Whoa, that's slamming that. Yeah, as much as like I despise going against Yang, I gotta say I really like Weiss's outfit. I think it's mostly because it's changed so much.
Yeah.
And I love the whole like combat princess vibe. I think it just looks dope.
Hang on a minute.
What?
Done Weiss have red earrings and...
I was about to bring that up! Yeah, a little detail I was going to bring up, well now, thanks to John, we're bringing it up a bit early, was that Weiss is now wearing red earrings.
Oh yeah.
She also has a red jewel.
Oh yeah.
A hairpiece
I
as well.
That at all.
And what's the name of her red jewel?
I don't know.
Ruby.
Oh.
So basically she's wearing rubies.
Oh, right, I didn't get that, yeah.
Enjoy that, fan artists. Right.
Black Rose confirmed.
And also in the Mertonaster it's all red as well, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do White Rose though. Because the fact they've done Bumblebee, I don't think they'll ever do White Rose.
They've not done Bumblebee.
No! That's getting cut. I love the like combat princess vibe. I think the only thing, yeah, I agree the ponytail is a little bit like random. I don't know why they've made it all pleated, but whatever. But yeah, I just really like it. I think it just looks really good. It suits her incredibly well, and it'll be very interesting to see how it works in the animation as well, because it's obviously going to be a lot more flowy. Like you've got an entire back.
I think that's going to be less flowy than her other hair. Because
I'm not talking about hair. I'm talking about the.
Oh, sorry,
dress.
yeah.
Not the hair. I'm talking about the dress.
Oh yeah.
Like it's got the entire back part now, and that's going to be insane. But I just really like it, and she likes to have belts. That's the designs. We've got a bit more on Volume 7. Because of that, what are we thinking in terms of like Volume 7 as a whole? How do we think Volume 7 is shaping up? Like not what you think's happening. What do you think they're doing in terms of like build up to it?
It's getting better, I feel. As long as they periodically release more content till November, they're showing that they're trying. Because they could have quite easily done really... Like, all 4 of those designs were really good.
They are all good designs, yeah.
And they could have just quite easily just gone, right, Ruby looks exactly the same, change Yang's colours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they could have put less effort in.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
They're showing effort into it, and they are showing that they care. Amid everything that's happened with Rooster Teeth recently, I hope for theirs and my own that it shapes up really well for them.
Hopefully, yeah,
and
definitely.
They can come back from it all.
Steve, what are your thoughts on it all?
Like John was just saying about the hype continuing type of thing. I think even before these accusations or whatever on that website came out, they were clearly planning for a date, because this was, I think over a year ago, they said when that was coming out.
Yeah. I think it was last RTX, wasn't it?
Something like that. So they knew when that was. There was a date set for when it was going to be released well before the end of last year. I remember that much because I pre-ordered it well before the end of last year.
Right.
So there was definitely a date for when that was going to release. That never got set back or anything. And obviously the music will have planned for the same sort of time. So they're starting to get everyone back, and hopefully, like John says, they continue that. They continue giving us little bits of stuff to continue it over. Maybe they timed the book and the song's release with RTX. Maybe that was probably how it was going. But hopefully, because they've started it like that, they will continue to give us, even if it's just a little bit of something, just to like say, hey, look, we're continuing this. There's a little bit more of what to expect. Probably by, because what is it, November 2nd?
November 2nd.
2nd it's been released, so what, maybe by September there's a trailer?
Yeah, more than likely.
Just something to then keep us going, but hopefully even in between that we can expect maybe just, I don't know, maybe even next month. Just expect something.
It would be good.
Anything.
Yeah,
even if it's not necessarily news to do with the show, like directly. Could be news to do with something related to the show, like that. I know they've been doing mobile games and stuff.
Yeah, there is meant to be another one coming out.
Other stuff.
Yeah,
I think there's 2 at the minute in there. I think there's like one that's practically Candy Crush or something like that.
I don't know anymore.
And then there's obviously Amity Arena.
I'm thinking it is all shaping up pretty well. Like, it's good that they are putting more effort into everything.
Yeah.
Like, well, we've got another book, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We've got the World of RWBY. That's presumably going to be pretty good. They're freaking partnered with DC Comics, guys. Like,
yeah.
Goddamn, that could mean anything.
And that's August, didn't you say?
August, yeah.
Yeah, so that's filling in a bit of the gap as well. There.
It's filling in a massive gap there. So new writers. That implies a lot of things, but there could be some good things to come out of that. Volume 7's shaping up well, but I'm gonna be honest, my confidence has been shaken a bit with Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Because of what's happened. So I'm still a little bit, not scared, but worried about Volume 7. Because, okay, it's been delayed till November, because it's nearly always come out in October.
Yeah.
In fact, it has always come out in October, I think. But, I mean, a 2-week delay or a week or so delay, or however long it is not a very big delay.
No.
Like, if you delay something with meaning, you delay it for like a few months.
Well, look at the Sonic movie.
Oh, exactly, yeah, that got delayed next year, innit? I feel like if they were going to properly delay it, it would be for a longer period of time rather than like a week.
Yeah.
But other than that, I am still looking forward to it. It's still RWBY. It's going to be fantastic no matter what. I just hope we don't get effectively a repeat of Volume 6. Volume 6 was fantastic, but it didn't end well.
Yeah.
And I don't want another bad ending. And that's everything, guys. That is the RTX Red Rose podcast.
Yes.
Oh, I've actually enjoyed this one. This has been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
Volume 7.
Plenty to talk about, that's why.
Oh, hell yeah. It's actually
more than we first thought there was going to be when we said we'd do this.
Yeah. Just accidentally timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Literally. We planned this for ages. All of a sudden it's like, oh, it's the weekend of RTX. Oh, damn! Alright then, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, drop a like.
Leave a comment.
Subscribes. Always appreciated.
And don't forget to hit the notification bell to hear about when the latest videos are coming out. Every Wednesday.
And I want to say something too.
Alright, guys. Thanks again for watching. See you next cast.
See ya.